Hey everyone, I'm Fred Ranger and I hope you're doing good. First off, before we talk about the main subject today, I just wanted to take 1 second to thank you because this channel has now reached 3,000 subscribers, and man, I would have never thought that one day 3,000 people would subscribe to a channel and interact that much. And actually, this is part of the reason why Fujifilm was interested in sending me some gear to test out, because they see and they saw that the community was very active. So that's, for me, it's not about the number, it's about the fact that people are starting to interact and they're asking questions, and some of you guys actually are answering some other people from the community we're building here today. So again, very, very thankful for that. As I'm learning through the years, as I'm learning through my photography, my storytelling, and some marketing around it, I am happy to share everything I know. I'm happy to share my failures. I'm happy to take the heat when I do a bad video, and I've done a lot of them. But when I do something cool and something great, I really appreciate it when you guys give the thumbs up and share the videos. As we can see, it's helping a lot with the growth of this channel. So enough of the thank yous. I think you guys know how appreciative I am of all this action happening. Fujifilm was actually kind enough to send me a unit to review about a camera that I've never actually shot with. This is a camera that's a medium format camera. This is the GFX 50R with a 45mm lens f2.8, and this will be the first time for me shooting with a medium format. I've seen so many cool photos with that format. I've seen so many good reviews about these cameras, but I wanted to test it out for myself. And just a disclaimer, I am not paid by Fujifilm to do this. I was just sent these cameras to test out for 3 weeks, and they did not ask anything else outside of giving my honest opinion about this gear. So without further ado, before we take some photos with the gear, I wanted to show you actually what's in the box of a GFX 50R, because it's not every day that you can buy a camera that's at that price tag. It's kind of on the expensive side of the Fujifilm cameras. So first off, when you open the box, you get your charger, and this is a big freaking charger. So that actually is to accommodate the big battery that's in the Fujifilm GFX 50R. I'm gonna stumble on that word, I'm pretty sure, for that video. So big charger here. You get your strap. It's a pretty nice strap actually. You can feel that it's gonna hold a bigger camera than the XTs and the X100 series, that's for sure. They give you, of course, the new wall mount, so you can actually charge your battery without having to put the cable into the wall. So that's pretty cool, and it's good for traveling. And so the actual camera itself, wow, this is the first time I'm holding it in my hands. Let's see how it looks. Oh my god, this is a very, very sturdy camera. This is a camera that feels a bit, that reminds me of the X Pro 2, but way bigger, of course, because of this sensor. Look at this freaking huge sensor that Sony has put in there to be able to generate those 51.4 megapixel CMOS sensor. So the screen actually swivel up, just like the other Fujifilm XT cameras. It also does the 45-degree angle like that to shoot up, but it doesn't do the sideways or the vertical tilt, at least not from what I'm seeing here. Nope, that's it. So the button layout is pretty cool. I'm gonna insert some B-rolls because yes, I'm listening to you guys. I know some of you guys are tired of me pointing stuff like that at the camera and you want to see the actual camera, so I'll start the B-roll now. And you can see that the button layout is pretty cool because you can operate the actual camera from just one hand. So you've got your display back button, you've got your play button, you've got your menu button, the joystick. That's a very, very appreciated feature from Fujifilm cameras, that joystick button. And you've got your Q button at the right. You've got some configurable buttons right there. You've got your dial, and also the different modes that you can put the camera in: single, continuous, and manual. On top, you've got the usual dials here that you can lock. You've got your shutter speed. You've got your compensation, exposure compensation. You've got a drive button that's actually in front. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually in front of the shutter speed dial, and of course the on-off button in the shutter. See, this camera feels very good in the hand, and of course the dual card slot is very appreciated because it's gonna back up or shoot JPEG and RAW at the same time. So speaking of the battery, let's look at how big is that battery. Yeah, that's very, very big. I hope that one day they're gonna put batteries that big in our X-T3s and X Pro 3s and XH1 and 2, hopefully, because the battery life on the Fujifilm cameras is not great. So I don't know about the battery life for that one because I haven't shot it yet, but let's put the lens on just to see how badass this setup will look like. So this is, as a reminder, the 45mm f2.8. It is weather resistant, and it's gonna be interesting because I am planning a little trip to New York. Can't go wrong with New York City. And I thought that, sorry about the noise, I thought that bringing this setup in New York could make for some very, very cool medium format photography. So let's open the sensor here. Let's put the lens on just to see how it looks. There you have it. This is the probably one of the badass setup I've had the chance to test. So I'm gonna test the hell out of this camera. I will bring it to New York, like I said, and if you want to follow along the development and some of the photos that I'll be taking here, of course, subscribe to my Instagram that you can see down here, and you can also hit that bell notification and that subscribe button if you're not already part of the 3,000 people community following this channel. And if you have any questions in the meantime about this camera or anything related to Fujifilm gear, Sony gear, or Nikon gear, because I was a Nikon shooter back then, or anything about storytelling and the gear we use to tell our stories, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Again, that's the reason why I'm doing these videos, so you can learn from my mistakes, from my successes, and that we can share as a community. So I've been Fred Ranger. Enjoy life, be happy, and enjoy your gear. Cheers.